Hi viewers, today our class about light reaction. Before going to study about light reaction, first we know about the photosynthesis. So what is photosynthesis? Photosynthesis means the carbon dioxide and water, the inorganic molecules, which synthesis as the carbohydrates C6H12O6 plus H2O plus oxygen gas. This is a reaction of photosynthesis which takes place in presence of light, and there must be chlorophyll is present. In presence of light, the chlorophyll bearing plants receive the or absorb the carbon dioxide from environment and water from the soil, and they give the product, that is a carbohydrate. In this process oxygen is released. So this is the photosynthetic reaction. It is not a single action which is completed in two stages. One is the light reaction, second one is the dark reaction. Light reaction. The light reaction takes place in grana. Second one is dark reaction. The dark reaction takes place in stroma. Light reaction takes place in grana, dark reaction takes place in stroma. So first we discuss about the light reaction. See, light reaction. What is light reaction? What is happening in light reaction? Where it takes place? See, the first step, that is light reaction, which takes place in presence of light, so it is called as light reaction. In the light reaction, only water molecule is participate and gives the ATP and NADPH2 and oxygen gas. ATP, NADPH2 and oxygen. These three are the products in light reaction. Here chlorophyll is essential, and which takes place in presence of light. This is a light reaction. See, light reaction is completed in grana. We know about the grana structure. Grana is contain the small units, those are called as thylakoid. First I draw here a thylakoid structure. See, the light reaction is completed in the membrane of thylakoid. So I am giving the three spaces. So this part is this complete part. See here, this part is thylakoid membrane. This part is thylakoid membrane. Outside of the thylakoid membrane, this is outside of thylakoid membrane, it is a stroma. This area is stroma. This is a membrane. This part is called as lumen. So this is a lumen. Three spaces: stroma, grana, that means thylakoid membrane. This is a lumen. Just I will show here. See, this is the membrane part. This is stroma. This part is lumen. I am showing this membrane part. Okay. So here the light reaction, what happened in light reaction? ATP and NADPH2 is synthesized. These two energy molecules are called as assimilatory power. ATP and NADPH2 both are called as assimilatory power. So here the ATP is synthesized in this process. So the production of ATP in presence of light, So that this process is called as photophosphorylation. The process of light reaction also is called as photophosphorylation. Photophosphorylation. Formation of ATP is a phosphate molecule, so it is called as phosphorylation, which is takes place in presence of light, so it is called as photophosphorylation. So here in photophosphorylation there are two types of systems are there. One is a non-cyclic photophosphorylation. One is non-cyclic photophosphorylation. Second one is cyclic photophosphorylation. Non-cyclic photophosphorylation and cyclic photophosphorylation. So both are helps in light reaction. Both are takes place in light reaction. They gives the ATP and NADPH2, that is called as assimilatory power. First we discuss about the non-cyclic photophosphorylation. See, it is a membrane. Non-cyclic photophosphorylation contain the two pigment systems. We know about the pigment system 1, pigment system 2. The non-cyclic photophosphorylation contain the two pigment system, that is PS1 and PS2. PS1 and PS2. So here in both the pigment system we know about the light harvesting complex. PS1 means light harvesting complex, PS2 means light harvesting complex. Which is difference is that they are receiving on the basis of the light energy. First we are discussing about the PS1 because both the systems are participating in the non-cyclic photophosphorylation. So I will show here PS1, a photo system which is near to the plasma. I will show here. Generally, photosystem 1 is located where outside of the membrane, that means stroma side. We discussed in the photosystem. PS2 is located near to the lumen. PS1 is located membrane side, that means outside of the membrane. The PS1 is also called as P700. PS1 also is called as P700 because it received the red and far red nanometer, that means red light, it is 700 nanometer wavelength of light. So it is the PS1. When the light energy received by the LHC, this is the LHC, it consists the pigments, they are chlorophylls, carotenoids are present. The reaction center must be chlorophyll A, that means it contains the reaction center, that must be chlorophyll A. Remaining all are the pigments, those are associated pigments, they receive the light and transport it to the pigment system 1, that means PS1. When the PS1 or P700 receive the light energy, the light is called as photon light. The light molecule is called as photon. When the PS1 receives the photon light, it gets the energy and exit. It gets the energy and excited. When the P700 is excited, this is a form of exciting. When it is excited, what happened? It releases its outer valency electron. Chlorophyll is a chemical compound. When it gets energy, it is excited and release the electron, which is outer valency electron. The electron is released from the P700. Immediately it is received by a first receiver of the electron, that is iron sulfur protein, which is very near to the P700. This iron sulfur protein receive the electron, it can go reduction, immediately it transport its electron to further another protein. That protein is ferredoxin. That protein molecule is ferredoxin. Ferredoxin is a iron consisting protein. When the ferredoxin receives the electron, it receives the two electrons. That means one photon is released, it goes to P700, finally it goes to the ferredoxin. Then another photon received, it goes to the ferredoxin. When the ferredoxin receives the two electrons, it transports the electrons to NADP, which is located in the stroma. The NADP is located in stroma. The ferredoxin transport electrons to NADP, and the NADP is converted or reduced into NADPH2. Then where the hydrogens are came here? These hydrogens are supplied by stroma. Which part? This part already I told you, this is the stroma. This part is stroma. In the stroma, the hydrogen molecules supplied here, electrons are transported from ferredoxin, hydrogens are transported, that means photons are transported from the stroma, and finally NADP plus is reduced into NADPH2. This is the one type of energy molecule which is synthesized in the light reaction. NADPH2 is finished. It's formed in from the PS1. Then here the P700 lost its electron. When it excited, release its electron. Then how it will be fulfill its electron? When it lost its electron, immediately it will goes to ground stage. In the ground stage, it lost its electron. How it's satisfied? How it's gained its electron? It will be transported by the second photosystem, that is PS2. The second photosystem is PS2. The PS2 is also called as P650 because it received the 650 nanometer wavelength of light, that is only red light. The reaction center which is present in PS2, that means chlorophyll A. This is a reaction center. When the chlorophylls are received the light energy, as same as here P700, the P650 also receive the light energy, that means photon energy. It goes to excited stage. In excited stage, the PS2 photosystem, it is excited. This is the excited stage of the PS2, and which is released its outer valency electron. Due to the receiving of light energy, it releases its outer valency electron. That electron first received by a molecule which is near to the PS2, that is intermediate molecule, that is pheophytin. What is the intermediate molecule here? Pheophytin. The pheophytin is the intermediate molecule which receives the electron from the P650 in excited stage. Then next, the pheophytin transport its electron to the quinone compound, the protein which is present very near to the pheophytin. That molecule is plastoquinone. This is a protein. Plastoquinone is a protein which is near to the pheophytin. It is transported by quinone. Quinone is a vehicle. It will transport electron from the pheophytin to plastoquinone. Then plastoquinone receive the electron from the quinone. it can go reduction and it form as the quinol, PQH2. Plastoquinone converted into the quinol, plastoquinone, quinol. So it receive the electron and it go reduction and it receive the electron photons from the stroma. See, H plus ions are essential here for the reduction of the plastoquinone, so that the H plus ions are transported from the stroma to plastoquinone. Then it is converted into the plastoquinol, PQH2. So here 2 electrons are transported to plastoquinone, 2 protons are transported to plastoquinone from the stroma. See here, the proton supplier is stroma. It supplies the protons to NADP and supplies the protons to plastoquinone. So here the plastoquinol next it go oxidation because it release its electrons to further next protein. So when it lost its electron, then it is next reconverted into plastoquinone. So electrons are transported to the next proton, that is cytochrome protein. So electrons are reaches to cytochrome protein. What about the hydrogen ions? These hydrogen ions are enter into the lumen. This process is called as quinone cycle. When the quinone cycle takes place, 2 photons are transported to the lumen. See, this part is called as quinone cycle. This is a quinone cycle. We transport the H plus ions stroma to lumen. See next. Next protein, that is cytochrome. This is a cytochrome protein. It contains the cytochrome B, cytochrome B6 and cytochrome F. This is a protein molecule. It receiver of electron from the plastoquinone. The cytochrome receive the electron which can go reduction and also it can transport electron to another protein, that is plastocyanin. Another protein is here, that is plastocyanin. This plastocyanin finally receive the electron. It is the electron vehicle. It can transport electrons to the next photosystem, that is P700. When the P700 receive the light energy, lost its electron, it will fulfilled by the plastocyanin. Then plastocyanin transports electrons to the PS1 or photosystem 1. So what happened here? Due to this electron transport system, NADPH2 is synthesized here, and next the protons are transported from stroma to lumen. So see here, when the P650 receive the light energy and excited, release its electron. When it lost its electron, how the chlorophyll molecule get its own electron? So here, due to the loss of its electron, the complex of the PS2 split the water which is present in the lumen and receive its electron. So see here, this is a lumen. We know about that lumen consists the water and minerals. So that water is splitted into finally photons, electrons and oxygen gas. So for the releasing of one molecule of oxygen, we are taking here 2H2O. It gives the 4H plus and 4 electrons. So here the how many electrons lost here PS2, that electrons is fulfilled by or transported to PS2 from the water, which is split into the lumen. In presence of light, the water is splitted into the molecules of photons, electrons and oxygen gas. The oxygen gas is liberated, that means second product also came here. NADPH2 here, oxygen here. The oxygen gas is liberated to outside of the membrane, and see the photons are stored here, electrons are transported to the PS2. This process is called as electron transport system. This is the first step of the non-cyclic photophosphorylation. See next, what is happening? The next one is the ATP. Then where the ATP is synthesized here? The ATP is synthesized here. What happened in the lumen and what happened in the stroma? All the products are same. They receive the electron and transport the electron. But there is a loss or there is a difference between the stroma and the lumen. In stroma, H plus ions are transported to the lumen here. In the lumen, H plus ions are released or transported from the quinone cycle to lumen, and also here the water molecule gives the H plus ions. So here in the lumen, the H plus, that means photon molecules, are accumulated than the stroma. In stroma, less H plus ions. In the lumen, high H plus ions. So here the pH of the H plus is different in the lumen and the stroma. In stroma, the pH value is 8. Here in the lumen, the pH value is 5. Due to the differentiation of pH value, the H plus molecules wants to transport the stroma because there is imbalance. It is a single cell organelle. Stroma consists the pH 8, here pH 5. Here high H plus ions, less H plus ions. In this time, these H plus ions wants to transport from the stroma to from the lumen to stroma. But here this is the second step. First step is electron transport system. This is the second step, diffusion of the H plus molecules, that means photons. Then how the photons are transported to the stroma? See here, NADP converted into the NADPH2. I am writing here. This is the membrane. Number of H plus molecules are accumulated due to the splitting of water and quinone cycle. These H plus ions wants to be transported to the stroma, but the thylakoid membrane is impermeable. It does not give the permission to transport the H plus molecules into stroma. In this time, a specific protein molecule is present in the membrane that is called as ATP synthetase. This is an enzyme. What is that? ATP synthetase or ATP synthase. This enzyme helps in the transportation of the H plus molecules. So here it is act as a proton channel. In this process, with the help of ATP synthase, the H plus molecules are transported to the stroma. So this process is first explained by the Peter and Mitchell. This theory is called as, this hypothesis is called as chemiosmotic theory. So it is explained by Peter Mitchell. I will explain that next class. So here H plus ions are diffused into the stroma. When the H plus ions are diffused into stroma, it gives the ATP molecules. We are concluded. Here NADPH2 is here, oxygen is released in the lumen, and due to the movement of H plus ions, ATP is synthesized. With the help of the ATP synthetase, it is also called as coupling factor. It is also called as CF, coupling factor. It is act as a channel. It can transport the H plus ions from the lumen to stroma. Due to the movement of H plus ions, it gives the ATP molecules. How the H plus ions give the ATP molecules? It is explained by the Peter Mitchell chemiosmotic theory. I will explain you in next class. Okay, so this is about the ATP synthetase enzyme. So in light harvesting complex, I told you the harvesting complex contains the chlorophyll pigments, proteins and enzymes. So these are the proteins, that means functional proteins, that we are called as enzymes. They are helps in the transportation of the electron. These are the electron transporters. Plastoquinone, cytochromes, pyridoxine. These are the major compounds of the protons. Finally, ATP synthetase. With the help of these proteins and enzymes, the light reaction is completed in the thylakoid membrane as in the lumen. So, this process is called as light reaction or photophosphorylation. So, we are finished the only one, that is non-cyclic photophosphorylation. We are finished the non-cyclic photophosphorylation because the molecule, the electron released from the PS2, it goes to the PS1. The electron released from the PS1, it goes to NADP. That means the electron released from the photosystem, it goes to another compound. So it is called as non-cyclic photophosphorylation. So it is clear now. Okay. Thank you very much.